Good evening, I'm Colin Colgan and you're welcome to the Business and Enterprise Show, Ireland's only live web-based business TV programme. And tonight my guest is Dara Holland of Dutchie's Fitness Centre in Cavan. Dara, you're very welcome to Business and Enterprise.
Thanks for having me.
As always, before we start about the business, you might tell me a little about yourself first.
Well, I'm from Clonus. Worked a couple of years in the gym there in Hillgrove and Monaghan. And I was just taking classes in Clonus and doing a bit of personal training and things like that, and just decided to open the business then. That's about the height of it.
And you still living in Monaghan? Do you travel down to Cavan, or are you down here in Cavan?
Yeah, I still live in Clonus, and just travel there.
And you, I suppose you'd hardly call it a country visit, a commute, but you come down from Clonus to Cavan.
So it's grand. It's only 25-30 minutes, and I don't really have to do it every day, because trainers work in the facility.
Where is your fitness centre?
It's in the Clogan Business Park there at the Ballinar Road.
And what have you got in it? What do you do in it?
Well, we wouldn't, a lot of people think we're just kind of the same as the gyms and all that, but we wouldn't really have any of the treadmills or any of the usual equipment that they have. We just really have dumbbells, kettlebells, things like that, piece of equipment that you can use in a lot of different ways, to get in shape. And we've kind of just a big open space which allows us to do a lot of body weight stuff, and just it allows us to have a lot of variety, and we can do a lot of different exercise. And we've just soft matting that's about an inch or two thick, so we can have people laying on the ground doing things and just moving about like that.
And your customer base, is that mainly from the Cavan area, or do they travel from Monaghan further afield to?
Well, it'd all be Cavan, a lot from the town, and then I suppose to travel within 15-20 minutes in different directions, around the town.
And have you a staff, or do you handle all the training yourself?
No, we've two trainers, Stephen and Inga, and we just balance the class between ourselves. I have classes in Clonus as well, so I'd take them, and then we just balance the class between the three of us.
Now, when you say take a class, what if somebody was to turn up before a class, what would he end up doing?
Well, if someone's turn up, we'd get them to fill out a health questionnaire, PARQ type thing, and they'd fill that out, and then we just kind of explain to them just quickly to try and take their time and ease into it, and not get carried away. Generally, when people start exercising, I think they have to bull in and do things at 100 miles an hour basically. But we just try and get them to slow down and tell them to take wee breathers and just rest, so that to get used to the technique. Technique's very important, so just get used to technique, get used to the exercise we do, kind of get in the swing of it, and just kind of take it from there. And then after class we talk them a bit more, and we book them in for consultation then, so it can be a bit more, we can get into more detail then.
Now, when you say a class, would the pupils, it's almost like a class, you call it pupils or participants or whatever.
Well,
I assume they're all members. That's probably the best term. Are they of all different levels? Or would you say you have several classes during the day? Would you have a beginner's class, a intermediate class, and a top class?
No, well, we've 21 classes a week, so we try and get everyone coming in and out. So it allows everyone the freedom to go whatever class time suits them. But we'd have beginners, intermediate, advanced in every class, which means that, let's say if we're doing exercise for 40 seconds, someone that's very fit might belt out a load of reps, or someone that's the first class might only do 1 or 2, and we just tell them, that's okay, just do whatever you can do, and then they progress it to build it up over time, and that's really what it's all about. You're not going to get fit in a week, or just out the gate kind of thing, so you have to kind of progress it as you go. So we try and keep an eye on any newbies, beginners, and just different people at different levels, and always make sure that people are lifting light enough if they're struggling, or lift heavier if they should be.
So rather than having a class with you as teacher up to head just showing everybody what to do, you'd actually be walking around the floor and just helping those and giving encouragement to those that needed it.
Yeah, well, we can do it a couple of different ways, but basically, if I used to say we're doing squats, and say this is how you do squats, now you're going to do it 40 seconds and everyone would do it, and you'd kind of be instructing people as they're going and just keep an eye out how they're getting on, and just making sure the technique's good and whatnot. And then you can do it different ways, where you have people doing different exercises spread out, and you just go about and make sure the technique's good, and just keep an eye on everybody.
Now, is it a pay by the week operation that you have? Do you book in advance, or is it a yearly? What way does your subscriptions work from the business point of view?
Well, we've a couple of options. Basically, we do the the monthly direct debit, because you have to kind of try and keep an eye on it. You know, you can't have too many people kind of coming and going, so we have to kind of do it that way. So you do direct debit, and then you can pay for 6 months or 12 months up front.
Yeah.
And then we've a wee thing we're doing now for the summer, where you can buy 10 sessions for €60, because you know, some members are just asking us that they might be away a lot over the summer, holidays, whatnot, and children out from school. So yeah, we did that, so people can kind of feel that, and that's a good way. It's just if you do a session, you come in and you just mark it off, and then up to your 10 sessions, you know. So that's a good way of doing it as well. So. And
how long is a session, or can a session be as long as you want it to be?
No, it's just 45 minutes a session, a class, you know. So generally you'd be talking about a 5-minute kind of warm up.
Now, how important is warm up?
It's vitally important, you know, and you want to, again, you're trying to hit all the muscle groups, and you want to just concentrate on mobility work and get people loosened out and kind of get the blood flowing, and just get loosened out, basically, because people are very stiff, you know, they're sitting a lot, so they need to get loosened out and need to get basically maybe copying a movement that they're about to do in the workout, if you know what I mean.
Just do it at a slower pace? Or
just do it at a slower pace, and kind of focus on like a stretch, loosen out, so that they can go in and they can progress then to do it at a faster pace, obviously. So that's your warm up, and then you do maybe 30-35 minutes between exercise and explain and all that, and then 5 minutes at the end we get a good stretch in. It's vitally important as well, you know, just for increased flexibility and range of movement and things. So we get make sure to get a good stretch at the end.
So you warm up and cool down, or warm down. What's the term at the end of it? Cool down, I suppose, or wind down.
Cool down. Generally, what I call it. A lot of people call it different things, but I suppose you're cooling down.
Yeah.
So.
And do you have facilities that you'd have a gym, like showers and that, or do you come and go?
Well,
and you sort yourself out when you get home, basically.
We've changing rooms and we've toilets, obviously, and changing rooms, but no, we've no showers. Generally, like even from working in the gym and that, I found a lot of people, they like to kind of shower at home and that. There is a few people that would like to go to the early morning class, go to work, whatever, but they'd just be kind of a lot of hassle, and there's no real need for them. The vast majority of people, like even make the class to having clonus there, or just take them in the school hall. You know, no one's ever asked, you know, we get 25-30 there, and people would just go home, you know, no problem.
Yeah. As I said, you can tell by looking at me, it's a long time since I was at a gym, but my daughter goes fairly regularly in Bailieborough, but like that, although the showers in the gym there, she always likes to come home and can do it when she gets home, you know. Then you say you have it in Clonus, so is that also Dutchie's Fitness? Is Dutchie's Fitness about to become a brand?
Well, I don't know. The class in Clonus would be Dutchie's Fitness. We just do kind of Tuesday, Thursday nights and Saturday mornings, but mainly kind of the Tuesday and Thursday nights. We just kind of work it a bit differently, because we don't have a facility per se. It's just where you rent a school hall and just take it from there. So the facility and the workouts be a wee bit different. But like I suppose going forward, I'd like to kind of grow it a lot more and do different things with it. But I suppose I'm still young, like, so I'll chill out and enjoy it.
So you don't have to worry about competing with Ben Dunn yet. He's plenty. He has plenty of years on you. Now you have a website, and the website is not just like we all have our websites for as an advertisement for our business and a quick, well, this is what we do. It's quite interactive, and also you have a lot of success stories on it. So people who have been members have had great results from you, can put their stories and their pictures on the web, and I suppose in itself that encourages other people.
Yeah.
How did that start?
Well, just I suppose just from kind of studying business or whatever, like, you realise that the same way, you know, as we were talking backstage, you were kind of asking me, you know, thinking that it's just another gym and do we have treadmills and all that stuff, and I had to kind of explain. The same way, you know, if people go to our website, they're thinking we're just another gym, and you know, people think that they may as well go to the gym as Dutchie's. Like, what's the difference? They may as well do some diet as go to Dutchie's. What's the difference? So you have to kind of put the success stories there to tell them, you know, you'll actually get proper results with us, you know. And it's good as well for the members. You know, it's good for them to be able to have their little moment. You know, they can say that, you know, I've done this, and it's good that they can say that, you know. And when they look at the testimonial and look at the results on it, they realise that they've made so much progress, you know. So it's great from their point of view as well. But from a business standpoint, then it's just to kind of make the point of what we do.
What we do. Now, again, going back to these success stories, a lot of them are for weight loss. So obviously it's not just fitness that you do. There's people who have lost considerable amount of weight.
Yeah, well, the two of them would be in a lot of ways kind of interlinked, I suppose. But most people are looking for weight loss, that's the general thing. But the classes would be for fitness as well. You get very fit going to them. But yeah, most people are looking for weight loss, and you'll get that with the proper workouts.
With the proper workout. Nutrition, that's obviously part of the service that you give to members. It's show them what they should be eating, and I suppose the right proportions in that to be eaten.
Well, yeah, when we started out, like the first couple of months, people were really enjoying it and they were getting good results, and then they were kind of plateauing pretty easy. They were kind of leveling off, and I realised there was a bit of a problem here. So I realised the nutrition was lacking, and I had to kind of sort something out. So I decided I went to a few courses and just kind of read a few books, kind of studied as best I could. And we then started kind of bringing in the programs, and we brought in the 7-day program that we use, and it works well, but it is a bit too intense, and ideally you'd rather people kind of had a more ease of a start. So we have a program at the minute that you've just kind of keeps it very simple, and we just kind of try and get people eating clean. Basically the less ingredients the better, and just kind of keep away from processed food, and it works very well, and it gives people a good structure then. And yeah, that because again, a lot of the other diet programs, it's a bit funny, to be honest. Some of the diet programs sell their own foods. It's kind of like keep eating our food to stick to our program, which is obviously just a money racket, to be honest, in a lot of ways. So really you want to be getting away from that, and even a lot of the proper books you read and studying that, that's kind of the way it's going forward in the future, is just to kind of get away from processed food and just kind of eat clean, natural foods.
If you were to eat more clean and natural food, is there more? There's obviously more cooking involved in them, as opposed to your quick snacks that you can put in the microwave or pick up the chip on the way home.
Yeah, I'd be I wouldn't be too hot in the kitchen now as a chef or anything, but a lot of the foods, a lot of the times can be so. It mightn't just be as big a difference as people think, and like it's really just a mindset in a lot of ways, because we've had so many people that they can't do the diet, and you just say to them, just try and stick it for a week. Will you give me a week and see how you get on?
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks, and even at that, they've lost a few pounds, or even 7-10 pounds, and then they'll say, geez, I thought I'd never be able to survive without this, that and the other, and now I can, and I can do this and I can do that. And then if they've learned so much from it, then you can kind of push them on, and they realise that it's not actually that big a hurdle. It's just a matter of making sensible, better decisions.
So I suppose, not unlike the amount of exercise you do, your diet, it's about moderation as well.
Well, it depends on your goals. Like, moderation's a funny term. Like, it kind of depends. Ideally, I'd get people for our program, we even allowed list and a banned list, and I like try and get people to do it for at least 2 weeks. And it kind of gives the system a rest from having to process all the crap that we're generally eating, that a lot of people be eating.
People eating crap in cabin, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll just take a little bit of an ad break now, and when we come back, we'll chat to Darragh Holland a little more about his business, Dutchie's Fitness.